Kannst du schwimmen, wenn du genug Wasser mitbringst? Sometimes when Berliners are Berliner Schnauzering, it's funny. I mean, they're still being rude, but it can also be funny. If you don't know what the Berliner Schnauzer is, it's this thing that like Berliners have always treated people kind of gruffly. Everywhere else you'd call it rude. Like there's a saying here, nicht angeschissen ist genug gelobt. Not insulting you is compliment enough. But in Berlin it's used as kind of an excuse. It's kind of like when a dog is biting you and the owner's like, oh, he's just being playful. And you're like, oh, I think I need stitches. One day I was waiting for my therapist and I was standing at one of those round plastic Coca-Cola tables outside one of those bakeries that's sort of morphing into a kiosk, you know, because they've got all the usual bakery stuff, but they've also got a rack of chips and a cooler full of off-brand Cokes and Berliner Kindle. And I was probably having a beer because I was waiting for my therapist. And across the street, I saw this dude in like a brown tweed jacket, probably about my age now. And you could tell it was the kind of guy who probably lives in Bonn or Münster, drives a Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And if you asked him, he'd say he lives in West Germany. And obviously his daughter was here studying like law at Humboldt University and they came to visit her for the weekend and he was out for a little walk. And I saw him come across the street toward the bakery with some kind of intent and he already looked nervous. So he walks in, already with kind of sweat on his brow, and he looks around and says to the woman by the counter, "Kann man hier Kaffee trinken? Can one have a coffee here?" And she just looks at him and went, "Kannst du schwimmen, wenn du genug Wasser mitbringst?" You can swim here if you bring enough water with you. Which rhetorically should kind of punch him in the face. Anywhere else on the planet, that would be kind of rude. And here she's just being polite. But it was kind of funny. He kind of held his ground and just ordered a coffee. And I think maybe she felt a little bad. She goes, so she says, "Möchten Sie was Süßes dazu?" So do you want something sweet with it? And then he ordered a piece of cake and stood there next to me at the plastic Coca-Cola table, drinking his coffee and eating his cake. And then I went to my therapist.